ready with the audio?
Yeah, I am. All right, we're live. Well,
Hey.
we're not live. We're recording.
Hey kids, how about a little extra magic hour? Take two. Nope. Oh, wait, stop it. I got the wrong slider up. My bad. Try it again. Hey kids. Hey kids, how about a little extra magic hour?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Extra Magic Hour podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova and Parkhopper John.
Apparently, I don't know how to do sliders anymore. I have to give my audio person card back.
Do you want me to send you a YouTube
no,
link?
No, I need to.
How to run a slider? How to run a board?
No, I need to label the dang thing for crying out loud. Welcome, everybody.
I got a label maker.
I got a label maker, too. It's crazy. So welcome, everybody, to the Extra Magic Hour. Almost said extra Magic Hour. For the Disney Parks Podcast Patreon. Look, when you do 7 shows a week, you can be as confused as we are. Back off. So we are very glad you guys are here. We are doing this show for our Patreons. You can only see the show. It's just for you guys.
Or hear it.
Or hear it. Yeah, either way. We don't repurpose this. We promise that we won't do that because this is your show. This is what you guys support our lovely podcast with, and you deserve this. So today, we're talking all about... Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, shoot, shoot, pew, pew,
Pew, pew, pew, pew.
Star Wars, we'll fight the Star Wars. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Good God, y'all. Denny Crane. So
That was great. Bill Murray.
yeah.
Star Wars.
So we're talking all about stuff. We can't do that on YouTube. So we get popped every time we put music on there. So every now and then, if we can slip some of that stuff.
Well, this is
technically, but it's not going to be
private, so they may not ding it.
Yeah, well, they're not going to. Well, it's going to be unlisted, so it's not like we're going to try to monetize it. So
yeah.
We're monetizing it, but we have an alternative stream of monetization. That's the way that's going to work. So, anywho, so we're so glad that we're getting Star Wars Land. It's opening up here soon. That's great.
It'll look like this.
Yes, it'll look like that. And we found out this week that they're going to be opening up the Rise of the Resistance in, what is that? We're getting it in November?
December 2nd.
And then they're getting it in California on...
Late December? Later
That's
in
what I
December?
thought, 28th maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
So that's great. So we don't have to wait as long to get both attractions open.
Still don't understand why they're not doing day and date.
Anywho, but one of the things that we want to talk about, and I think I've said this as early as last week, or maybe the week before last, one of the things that I miss, and I don't know if you're the same way, because I'm more of a Star Wars geek, I think, than you are, was Star Wars weekends. You guys remember those?
I did like this. I liked it for probably not the same reason you liked it.
So why did you like it?
I liked it for 2 things. One was the celebrities, like you can meet all the fun people that made the Star Wars movies. Mm-hmm. And I liked the panels.
Yeah,
I liked hearing the backstories and how they did this, and hearing the actors tell their stories of how they did this. So I like those 2 things.
Who was your favorite actor to hear?
Oh God, I can't think of his name.
What character did he?
C-3PO guy.
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels. I had the wacko. I bumped into him.
Anthony Daniels?
I bumped into Anthony Daniels.
Did he fall over?
No.
Oh.
He was not in his C-3PO, thank God.
Still, but he's an old man.
I had gotten there for the opening of the Star Tours 2.0. George Lucas was coming.
Oh, yeah.
I was there. I was actually there way early in the morning. I was one of the idiots, standing out there. Went in, got my spot, and I was walking towards Star Tours. I was with somebody. I was walking towards Star Tours just to get some pictures before this whole shenanigans started. And in comes Anthony Daniels carrying his suit in a laundry bag, and he drops it. And I'm like, I turn around like to help this guy pick up his suit bag that's on the ground, and it's Anthony Daniels. I'll be like,
they were to put him in a suit?
Well, yeah, for the shenanigans, the whole.
Oh my God, I wouldn't have done that.
So I was like, could I help out?
So you went full retard.
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
Never go full retard.
Yeah. So it was like a bad episode of The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon meeting Spark or Spock or somebody.
Right.
But yeah. So I had a little brief encounter with Anthony Daniels. So
nice.
Yeah.
I never went into the panels because I couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait for 20 hours. But I would love to watch them online. I loved watching.
Well, there was ways to get fast passes them towards the end of the whole thing. But yeah, in the beginning you had to wait in lines and
and I couldn't do that in the heat.
Did.
I couldn't do that in the heat, man. It was just nuts. But I loved watching the panel that Mark Hamill did because they actually had him reciting some lines from his work on the Batman stuff. Like he was the Joker.
Yeah.
And they had him reciting Heath Ledger's Joker's lines. But my favorite guy is actually James Arnold Taylor, who played Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah. He used to host the events with Ashley.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he did a 15-minute deal on how to do voices. And it's something you can still find on YouTube. And it's phenomenal. Yeah. Just to see how many voices he does. But I always loved him, and I met Ashley Eckstein a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
She's ridiculous. Too. My wife loves her and all of her universe stuff. Who else did
she was walking to Darth Maul's emporium of whatever, and I had bumped into her as she was walking with her little handler.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, just want to say hello. Great job,
Right.
And she's really nice,
The only other person that I would like to have met outside of the classic characters would have been Ray Park, who plays Darth Maul, who also was he was Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe movies.
Right.
I always thought that he was way underappreciated. Darth Maul is one of my favorite bad guys.
And I probably got too excitedly stupid over R2-MK.
Probably.
It was just funny that it was, like a Mickey droid. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. They crossed over Mickey and R2-D2. It's kind of, I don't know. I always used to go crazy over.
So outside of the celebrities, what were some of the other things you loved about Star Wars Weekend?
Yeah, like I said, the panels. I always tried to get on into some of the panels. They always had them in that back theater, by, what was the hell was that? Backstage. Oh, God, I can't even think. My Hollywood Studios stuff has gone blank.
The
Backstage tour. They had it in that theater in the back there, kind of where Cars Meet and Greet used to be.
Yeah, I don't remember what they call that theater.
Yeah, I forgot what they call that. That was the Black Box Theater back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they used to line up everybody, and they had some great stuff back there. There was a lot of good shows and panels and things. If you can get into them. And the weird thing was they did them early in the day and then stopped. There weren't many, after lunch.
Right.
After lunch, it was all, appearances. Remember they used to have around Echo Lake all the little booths with all the, the people would, at 3 o'clock, so-and-so's going to be here. At 2 o'clock, so-and-so's going to be here. Yeah. And for that, you had to sign up out front by the turnstile at the crack ass of dawn. Mm-hmm. You had to be there 3 o'clock in the morning, standing in line for, somebody's, autograph, because that fast pass went instantaneous. Before rope drop even happened.
Yeah,
they're gone.
I will tell you the one thing I loved more than anything in the world, and for me, it was the reason one of the main reasons to go to Star Wars weekends. And it started out over on the Jedi Training Academy stage.
Oh, okay.
And it was the hyperspace hoopla.
Oh,
Dancing with the Star Wars Stars thing.
Yes.
And it started really teeny tiny, and it just got so massive they put
moved
the stage
it to the
out.
stage, yeah.
And when they moved the stage out, I think it lost a little bit. But it was so cool because the same two people, like Og and Hula's hyperspace hoopla. Somebody in the chat room will probably know the exact name, but it was just so great to see
Darth
everybody
come out and do his
out
dance.
his little Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great way to kind of. That was the kind of stuff that I didn't mind so much. You know, I mean, it had no business being in Star Wars, and I didn't mind it. You know, kind of some of the stuff they're doing nowadays, I'm like, I'm not really down with that. Yeah. But I thought that was great. I thought it was awesome.
So let me ask you this. Did you like or dislike the crossover stuff they were doing? Like, you know, Darth Goofy and what was Donald? Donald was a character too.
Darth Donald or Stormtrooper Donald?
Stormtrooper Donald. Did you like that crossover of the Disney with the Lucas?
I thought it was fun.
Because
I thought it was cute.
I don't think at that time we owned Lucasfilms. I think a lot of this was prior to that Lucas merger.
Probably, but I know that like I didn't mind it because we did the Hollywood and Vine dining thing specifically to get that picture with Jedi Mickey.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that so much because I just thought it was great because everybody else is dressed up like Star Wars. Why wouldn't the characters be?
Yeah.
And so much so I would, I mean, I know your thing is to always get like the characters at Christmas.
Yeah.
In their outfits. I would have gotten the characters in their.
Yeah, I did.
I wanted to see Stitch dressed up like Yoda, like they sold the little Yoda Stitch things.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Stitch dressed up like Yoda. Right. I didn't mind that. I kind of thought it was cute. I liked it. What about you? Were you like not so much?
I liked it. I did too, and I always went out for the Disney characters in the Star Wars, rather than the Star Wars character in the Star Wars character.
Right.
I liked getting the Disney character, and I had heard from some artists and Imagineer, I guess, artists and Imagineers, that I think shortly after the merger, apparently George Lucas was upset that characters
oh dear God
were in Star Wars things. So I have over there the Jedi Mickey, figurine.
Yeah.
And that was the last year they sold them.
Wow.
And somebody had told me that, hey, if you're going to get anything this year, go get one of the crossover things because this is the last time they're going to do this crossover stuff.
Well, I think that George needed to relax a little bit because of that love, it's one of the reasons that kept Star Wars alive. Now, granted, they had the celebration
and the reason
weekends.
He re-edited every movie.
That's true.
8 million times.
Yeah. I mean, they have the Star Wars celebration weekends. Star Wars Celebration, which
Star
is
Wars
their
celebrations.
Their D23.
Yeah, so let me ask you that. So was that still going on? Because I can't remember. Was that still going on while there were Star Wars weekends, or did that happen after the cancellation of Star Wars weekends?
No, Star Wars Celebration is a Star Wars community.
Right.
See, everything that we were doing.
Yeah, but was that going on while Disney was doing their Star Wars weekends still?
Yeah. It's been the celebration has been going on for years.
Okay.
I don't remember where Star Wars Celebrations fell, and I don't necessarily remember Celebration being in Orlando that often.
No.
Until we bought Lucasfilm.
Yeah. And then
mysteriously it started showing up. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not really a member of that whole community, but I know that the microcosm of the Disney world did keep Star Wars alive because we did have Star Tours. We did have the Star Wars weekends, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And I know that everybody that's a passionate Star Wars fan who maybe didn't love the prequels, but still kept the passion for Star Wars to do the Star Wars weekends, to go to the conferences, the conventions, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
This was just another opportunity, and I remember you and I complaining about, is just cashing in on it. No, we bought Lucasfilm, and let's just keep trudging it out.
Yeah.
And then, we should have kept our mouth shut because they took them away, and I missed them.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
The merchandise alone.
I didn't like that they were in July. I think there were other months that they could have done that.
I never understood why they picked July.
Because it's slow.
That's a horrible time to go.
It's that period before really summer vacations kick in, and
right.
And after spring break is that a little lull in that calendar.
It was the last 2 weeks of May and the first 2 weeks of June.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just such brutal weather.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hot as Hades here.
But I do miss the merchandise, although I never really bought a ton of it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I know. But I always thought it was cool. I liked it the year. I guess it was like the next to last year when they started doing the augmented reality, where you could get the app and you can go and get your picture taken in front of the backdrops, and then you could do the augmented reality and then take that picture.
Yeah.
I remember that year pretty well too.
Yeah.
What do you have right there, buddy?
Yeah, this is watch it, Mickey.
Don't break them.
This is Jedi Mickey on his little platform here.
Is it plastic?
No, he's pretty heavy.
Oh wow!
And he opens up.
And it's a holocron. Oh, it's...
Yeah, and it came with a
cool
limited edition pen as well.
Nice. And so they had one for Donald, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, basically the Fab Five.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Is he numbered? Mickey. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, limited edition, 1977. Doesn't say what number this one is, but there's only supposed to be 1,977 of them, and this was made by Costa Alvarez.
Wow.
God, there's every warning. There's even a price, I think. No, just the barcode. Yeah.
Now, you know why 1977, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. It's the year the film came out. Yeah. So, yeah, he's even got, like weathering on. You probably can't see it.
That's awesome.
But weathering. He's got his Mickey Mean Face on.
Mickey Mean Face. I'm going to kill you, Darth.
I'm going to cut you in half with my lightsaber. Yeah. So that was, this was expensive, I'm going to say.
$1.75, I think.
Yeah, it was not cheap. Not cheap, but somebody told me, go get it because they ain't making them.
Now, do you remember when they were doing the Star Wars weekend, what was the one thing, food-wise, that everybody had to have?
Oh, God, I can't remember.
Oh, come on.
I don't remember.
Blue milk.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was the whole thing about when we did the Hollywood and Vine. The very first thing, you'd walk in the front door and you get your picture taken with Jedi Mickey.
Right.
And then you'd sit down and have dinner.
Yeah.
And one of the options that you could drink was blue milk.
Wow. And now you can get it in bed too.
Now you can get it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so
passé.
It's so last year.
Yeah, so 1977.
It's so Batu.
Yeah, so Batu.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah.
What was your favorite? Because I know what my favorite moment was.
The other thing I really, really enjoyed was the Cavalcade of Stars.
Oh my God, yeah.
The parade, Billy D. Williams in a car, Mark Hamill in a car.
Yep, saw him.
God, I probably have video somewhere.
I know, I do. I got pictures and video.
Frank Oz.
I missed Frank Oz, but I did get to see.
I did not miss Frank Oz.
Yeah, I got to see Mark Hamill, Billy D., Ray Park.
Ray Park, yeah. Peter Mayhew.
Didn't see Peter Mayhew.
I saw Peter.
If I'd have seen Peter,
I saw Peter twice. Once, a little weathered.
Yeah.
But the second time was in a wheelchair. Because he just couldn't walk at that time.
Right. Ashley Eckstein, of course.
Anthony Daniels. Who else? George Lucas. I saw George Lucas.
Oh my God! He actually made an appearance.
Hi
guys.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
It wasn't even that. I think he said
just
like
sit in the car. He sat in the car and he was just looking.
No, because it was for the opening of Star Wars 2.0.
Oh.
So Bob made him say something. which was awkward.
But it had to be better than. I mean, no. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. He actually gave a speech that actually felt like he meant it.
Yeah. Yeah, this was this is a great partnership that's lasted 20 years. I want to thank all you the fans for supporting this. Yeah.
Thanks guys for keeping my dream alive.
Yeah. I think somebody hit the fireworks button prematurely
again.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they ever know when George is done.
Oh my God!
Like I don't think George says, "Hey, I'm going to say this," and when I say this, I'm done. I think he just talks off the cuff, and then they're like, "There's a pause." It's like, "Is George done?"
Well, that's what happened.
Okay, let's hit the button.
That's what happened with Harrison. They screwed it up totally.
Yeah. Boom boom. Go ahead, Chewie.
This one's for you.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find this here with George.
This one's for you, Chewie.
Oh yeah, here it is. They just introduced George, and he walked up to Darth Vader.
Of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger, and a man who needs no introduction in this galaxy or any other, George Lucas.
He's literally like, why the F am I here?
Yeah. I thought I sold this.
Lord Vader, prepare to meet your maker.
Good one.
If you strike me down, you'll never get past the energy shield.
George, I think he's got a good point there.
Don't worry. R2 knows what to do. Go to it, R2.
R2?
Press the key.
Activate the ion cannon. The ion cannon.
Literally, that's somebody singing. All right, let's see what happens here.
I can give the order to fire.
Okay. Oh, great. Say something, George.
Lord, we're headed for Disney.
Alert my Star Destroyer. You haven't seen the last.
George literally looks so freaking bored.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
System.
Oh, that's funny.
Because he's saying to himself,
Why am I here?
Didn't I sell this to you people? What do you need me for?
Oh, we got one wave out of George. Nice, cross his arms.
The check cleared.
And our special envoys have finally arrived.
That's it. I mean, that's all he says.
Yeah.
He hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
He is such a curmudgeon.
Mm.
So yeah.
I don't think it's not that he doesn't care anymore. He just doesn't have any interest in it anymore. It's not his thing. He's moved on. He sold it. He's like, do whatever the hell you want with it. Build a Death Star, whatever.
I think he got mad because he wanted them to go in the direction he wanted them to go to, but he sold it, and Bob was like, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
Just like if you and I were to say, "Hey, we think you should do this," Bob would go, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
And just ignore us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the one thing that I loved that came out of Star Wars Weekends, and that was the galactic, whatever they call it, in the sky.
Oh,
the fireworks show.
Yeah. That was a good fireworks show. That was very long.
That's what she said.
It was a lot of fireworks for the studios.
Right.
But the entire back half of the park had to be closed in order for them to do that.
Yeah.
There were a lot of fireworks in different locations back there, and it was a spectacular show. Yeah. I would probably say even better than the Frozen fireworks, and that was a pretty good fireworks show.
How dare you?
Yeah, and that was when they had started ripping out all the backstage stuff to put in Star Wars.
Right.
That was even after that, and I still think that the Star Wars fireworks was spectacular.
All right, as we kind of start...
the lasers. Pew, 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 pew.
All right, as we start kind of winding things down, what... Would it be feasible for them to bring Star Wars Weekends back? Even with the limited space for Batuu?
Okay, if they were to do it, I think they need to do it in a neutral place, not Star Wars Galaxy Edge, not in the studios.
The International Festival of Star Wars.
I think like over at ESPN where they have that big stadium, they have the pavilions, they have the thing, so they could have like dark side, light side, and shows and panels and meet and greets and all that kind of stuff. That's where I think they should do it. Plenty of parking away from the park, so you're not crowding up or screwing up a park. Not one like park is all messed up because you decide to do Star Wars weekends, but it's over there. If you want to come to a park, hey, yeah, we have 4 parks you can come to. And that's what I think.
That is such a great idea because you can do all sorts of shows.
Sure.
You can have a big expo thing in the milk, whatever they call that thing.
Yeah, the Milk Center.
Mm-hmm. There's 7,500 seats in the stadium.
Yeah.
You could do seating in the stadium. I don't know if they want people sitting on the ground, but you can put 7,500 people in the stadium and do a fireworks show.
That's how many people they sit in the expo.
Right.
In the expo hall 23.
Yeah.
7,500 people.
You could do so much great stuff over there at ESPN, and you don't have. I mean, they could do a weekend deal where like you get tickets, 1-day passes to the park.
Yeah, sure.
Or what they should do is do like a 1-day early or 1-day late pass, like early in the morning or late at night.
Yeah,
so it doesn't interfere with the park.
Yeah,
but that'd be a great place. I would love to see them bring that back.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
I think it'd be a moneymaker.
Yeah,
and they do it off years because they don't always bring Celebration here. Right. But on the years that they're not coming here,
or the years that they're not doing Celebration, because isn't Celebration every other year?
I think you're right. I mean,
I think it's like because I think they're doing Expo on the opposite years that there's Star Wars Celebration. I think they've figured that out now. So there's always some crazy
major event.
But let me tell you this: shouldn't there be like there's the Star Wars Celebration? Shouldn't there be a Marvel Universe celebration?
I've been arguing that for months now.
Shouldn't there be like a Pixar celebration?
Right.
No. I think so.
There's not that many Pixar fans, bro.
Yes, there is.
Just you are one.
Yes. I am one of many.
Yeah, but not one of...
I am one of the collective.
Yeah, but not one of Star Wars. I don't even know if there'd be enough for the Marvel thing. Star Wars is just crazy. Star Trek, maybe.
Well, Star Trek, they used to.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think it's every other year, and this year it's in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I've only seen 3 places: Anaheim, Chicago, or Orlando. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. They literally
just ping pong it around those 3 locations.
And I think on the year that they do,
I don't know why they don't do like a New York location, like in New York.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, certainly. There's certainly plenty of hotel rooms in New York.
Look, I like your idea. Let's just go hog wild with it. Let's say they do a Pixar weekend.
Yeah.
There's really only one place that you could do that, and I don't know if the studios could house enough people to make that trip worth it. Is there space in Emeryville for 5,000-6,000 people to descend?
I think so. I think they have an outdoor arena thing.
Well, they should probably just do it at Disneyland.
That can
do it
see
in
a couple thousand people.
Yeah, let's do it at Anaheim.
I'd love to have them do it on the Emeryville lot.
Yeah.
People would freak out. People would die to go see that. The Pixar tour thing that D23 did sold out in seconds.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a lot of Disney fans that would feel that way.
Yeah.
I think there'd be a great Marvel opportunity. I think Star Wars should definitely bring Star Wars weekends back and do it at ESPN. I don't think well, let me rephrase that. I know they're utilizing ESPN a lot for the cheer, the dance, all the sports stuff.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a 3 or 4 weekend space of time where they can shoehorn in the Star Wars weekends.
I mean, what do they need? 3 days? A Friday, Saturday, Sunday? And a day to set up, a day to take it down? So what are we talking, a week?
Yeah.
You can't shoehorn a week in there somewhere?
To make millions?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah, I mean, they could even use the stadium, and have something out on the field, shows or something out on the field. Like, have John Williams conduct a band while they play Star Wars music.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. All right.
Listen, Disney, if you need ideas, please just call.
Call us. We got ideas. We got ideas.
I could fill up your notepad.
All right. What do you guys think? Let us know how you feel about Star Wars weekends. Let us know what you mean. Star Wars. Let us know what you think about our ideas. What ideas would you have for Disney to bring Star Wars weekend back? Does it make sense for, for them to do ESPN, or do you want to see it back at Hollywood Studios, or, what are your ideas? I mean, I would love to get your thoughts on it, because we love Star Wars, and we know you do too. And we'll if we don't see it online, we'll hang on.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Murray.
Thank you.
All right, let's hit it.
Beautiful Meatloaf Mountain. Hey, honey, why did you bother to go here in the powder room?
My coolest
The
thing
bindings were too tight.
There must have been some
It's Paul
sabotage,
Schaefer playing.
some snow. Babysit from Maryland. Bueno, man. Of night
Are you
hot
done?
dogging tonight.
I'm fast forwarding through it to get Star Wars.
Thank you. One more time. Ski. With a 50-inch bass, I like it, and a lot of cute snow bunnies. Do 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 do. Ah! Do 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 do. Ah, that's the way we all
like it.
No lip lines either.
All right, guys. You guys have a great week. We'll see you in the next show.
The Extra Magic Hour podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.